Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bang, 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 boom, boom. Appreciate the support. We out here, 33 years of prison stories, man. We rolling. We getting to it, man. 100K on the way. Let's go. TBP salute, man. Just like last video, man, this video, man, I want to give a shout out to, man, my brother, man, you know, Chris Turner, you know, A&R executive on Columbia Records. Y'all go check him out. Give him a shout out. Give him a follow on IG, man. His IG page is Just Being CT. He is A&R, man, on Columbia Records, man. He's became one of my little brothers out here, man. Real genuine dude, man. I got big love for him, man. Solid, real individual, man. And he just posted, you know, my merch, you know, on his page too, man. So big love to him, man. Y'all go support him. Let him know TBP stand with him, because he is most definitely family. You understand? So let's go, man. Road to 100K. We almost there. We on the way. Let's get it. Man, today, man, I wanted to talk to y'all about this. I know a lot of y'all been asking about the, you know, escape videos or whatever, and I told y'all I got a dude who actually accomplished that, but he's just so busy. He's been doing so much since he's been out here. One of my better friends throughout my bit. Shout out to Big Fred. I'm gonna get him on here. We gonna discuss this. We gonna give y'all that story, but I wanted to give y'all my story. You know what I'm saying? My story, man, on, you know, when you get locked up and you ain't never been locked up like that, and you got the time that I got, it is asinine to believe that escape would not cross your mind. You understand? It is asinine to believe that, because when you get the amount of time that I had at the young age that I had, it's like, that's inconceivable. You haven't even lived that long, you know, you just coming out of your teens. You haven't even lived that long to even understand those type of numbers. So in your mind, you're saying, there is no way I can do this, and I got to find a way out of this. So, boom, escape always is going to come to your mind, you know. And from the time I was sentenced, you know, it kind of like popped in my mind, man. And I had a, man, which turned out to be like a jackleg lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Super jackleg lawyer. But, man, I can remember opportunities that came across me to escape, that I feel like was an opportunity. But at that time, to be totally honest with you, man, it was too dangerous. I was too scared. And yeah, man, it was too dangerous. I was too scared, man, and it was just like, you know, too risky, you know, to take the chance. But I felt like at the time the opportunity was boom right in my face, man. It was just right there. But you know, these visions and stuff start popping up in your mind, like boom. You got to calculate the what ifs, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you got the amount of time that I had, you weren't really worried about, okay, where they catch you, give you more time. No, you more so worried about if they catch you and they shoot you and they kill you. You know what I'm saying? You young, you know, I'm young, I don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do this time neither, but I don't want to die. And I think not wanting to die overweighed, you know, not wanting to do this time. Because, man, them people, man, they would shoot you to kill. You know what I'm saying? Just because they have that free opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But I look back in retrospect, even when I did all that time, it's been times these scenarios pop back up in my head when I had these opportunities. And I don't know, you know, if I made the right choice. I felt like at that time that I made the right choice to not try, you know, these attempts, because had I did it on either any one of these occasions, I could have been, you know what I'm saying, I could have been killed, you know. And I could remember the first opportunity that presented itself to me. You know, when you in jail and all this and all of that, you know, before you go to court, especially if you charged with, you know, like homicide, or you charged with, I don't know, maybe just homicide. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But I know you could get your lawyer. Your lawyer will, before you go to trial, when he's trying to build up a case for you, he will try to get you a psychological evaluation, right, to see if you're competent to stand trial, or what is your, you know, your psychic ability, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it may be that they be going through. But they can send you for a psychological evaluation to see what your state of mind is. So I can remember my lawyer had requested that I get one, right, and for whatever reason he wanted the information for if he was going to use it or not, you know. So I can remember them coming to get me, man, and they was going to take me to get evaluation, right? So I got moved from one jail to the other jail to be transferred to have the psychological evaluation. So when I got moved from one jail to the other jail, I was there for like a couple of weeks, about 2 weeks, waiting to go to, you know, the evaluation. So first of all, you know, you go in a whole new jail. That's a whole new set of problems. That's a whole new set of, you know, different dudes that you got to deal with, different attitudes, different personalities, so on and so forth. Police. I hate getting moved, especially after I've been wherever I've been for a minute, where I, you know, then put my flag down and say, boom, you know, this who I am, this where I stand, and this what it is. So when you got to go somewhere else, you got to, boom, you got to do that all over again. And you never know how that's going to shake out, or you never know what you may have to do, or what type of situations you may get in. So I didn't like that anyway off the rip, right? But then I can remember, man, when they came to get me to take me to the psychological evaluation, they actually took me to the University of Virginia, right? UVA. They took me to UVA to have the psychological evaluation, right? So I got these two cops that's taking me to the evaluation. And you know, when you get locked up or you go on transport and all this, they put all this black box on your chain around your waist. You know, your stuff is you know, you can't move your wrist away from your waist. It's right there, tucked to your waist, with a black box that was invented by an inmate. Yeah, an inmate invented that. You know what I'm saying? And now it's used all over the world. I don't know if he patented it or if he took a payoff or whatever, but I'm quite sure this black box has made, you know, possibly billions, at least at minimum hundreds of millions of dollars. So, you know, kudos to the inmate who came up with this suggestion and then sold off the idea, and then went worldwide. And I don't know if he's still locked up or whatever, but, you know, straight idiot, you know. But that is now used everywhere, you know what I'm saying, all over the world, that black box, but it was actually created by an inmate. But so you got all of that on, you got the shackles on, this, that, and the third, so you know, it ain't really nothing you could do. But I can remember when I'm going and they coming to get me and they taking me, the dudes that's taking me, right, I'm looking at these officers, I'm sizing them up, man. Both of them, man, is like, you know, super duper out of shape, you know what I'm saying. Definitely at that time, I'm young. I'm like barely 20, 21. These dudes is over 40 something, fat, out of shape, lazy, breathing heavy, all this. And this is who taking me on the transfer. But like I said, I'm cooped up, right? So when they take me to the joint, I don't know where I'm going till I get there. I get to University of Virginia, man. We go to some building that's like, you know, set aside from the campus, but you can see the campus is right here, but this building is over here. It's like these, you know, however, if you ever been on a university campus, you know, it's like got a lot of adjacent buildings all the way over here, over there, set over there. So we set in one that's way out to the side, but you can, you know, probably 200 yards, you be right there at the parking lot, and then you right there at the university. So we over here. So when we get there, they take me in, right? And it's a female psychologist that's going to evaluate me. So we go to this building. So when we get to this building, it got a porch out on the front, actual porch. We go up the stairs. We go inside. When we go inside, it's a stairway that goes upstairs, and then it's, you know, if you bypass on the side of the stairway, you can walk back there, you know, little offices and, you know, whatever. So when we get in here, right, she immediately tells them, after they do whatever they got to do, this is who this is, blah, 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 this is why he here, da. Okay. After that, she said, okay, well, he coming upstairs with me. You know, y'all cannot be in there with us when we, you know, do this evaluation, right? So I start to walk up the stairs, you know, with my stuff on. And she stops and turns around and tells him, oh, no, y'all got to take all that off of him, right? So I'm like, you know, she said, yeah, y'all got to take that off. So I go back. I hadn't only went up like 2 stairs. I come back down. They take the black box off. They take the chain off. They take the shackles off. Now, mind you, they got guns, though. You know, these police, these sheriffs. So I'm like, oh, man. So, you know, I'm free, you know what I'm saying? You know, get this stuff up off me that's been on me for hours. So I walk upstairs behind her. They said, you all right? She said, yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? And we go upstairs, and I'm like, man. So we go upstairs and we sit down in a room, and we, you know, she started asking her questions, doing what she do. We talking, we doing this, we doing that. She asked me all these different type of questions. I'm answering all these questions to the best of my ability, whatever. But I'm just imagining I'm looking around, and we in there maybe about an hour and a half, man. I'm just, you know, answering everything that she asked me. And she said, do you want to take a break? Do you know, you want something to drink or something like that? I said, yeah, I can take some water, whatever. So she said, okay, we can go downstairs and get that. So we proceeded to walk out, and I'm walking behind her now. And man, I've been locked up now for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in, where am I at? I'm not in prison yet, but I've been in the jail for a minute. So this is the free as I've been for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So when we coming down the stairs, she is actually walking in front of me and I'm following her. When we get downstairs, man, the actual sheriffs they're supposed to be in there this monitoring me and watching me. This is not a joke. This is for real. They are actually sitting on 2 chairs right by the bottom of the stairs. When you come down the stairs, like I say, if you turn right, you go back here where some offices and stuff at, and, you know, I guess, you know, a kitchen and all this, where she's going to get the water. But I'm talking about 3 feet from that is the front door, right? When you go out of the front door, you go down the stairs off the porch, and it's maybe 150, 200 yards, you're in the parking lot of the University of Virginia parking lot. Right, but it's like 150, 200 yard, you know, space in between there. But once you go and then you go up this little hill and you're right there, you can see the cars and everything parked right there. Door right here, couple of feet away. When we hit the bottom of the stairs, this is how both of these officers that were supposed to be watching me are. This is not a game. And so when I come down the stairs, she looks at him and just keep going to the back and go to get the water. Now, at that moment, that very moment, escape popped in my mind. I mean, like immediately, I said, boom, open the door and bam, just take off. You know what I'm saying? Take off, head for the parking lot, get up in the parking lot, weave it wild, woo, do whatever you gotta do, just get gone. Now, I'm in good enough shape, I'm in tip-top shape, you know what I'm saying? I'm young, I'm in tip-top shape, I'm fresh off the street, boxing all, I'm in good shape and working out in the jail, all this. Now, I feel like I could definitely sprint all the way to the parking lot. But man, it's just something in me telling me, man, boom, if she when she return with that water and she don't see me and she say something, they jump up, these 2 old out of shape dudes, they come to straight out the door and they see me running and they shoot me in the back. and they shoot me in the back, and that vision just kept popping up in my head, man. And this is only a split-second decision that you got to make. Boom, hit the door, and just by me thinking about that and not wanting to be shot in my back, not wanting to be dead, I was like hesitant, man. So I'm like, man, and I'm looking at them, and they still. I mean, just so many things run through your head at that very moment, man. You know, snatch their gun, which was crazy, or just run out the door, or go out the door, close it, and then run. Then they had to open the door. All of this stuff ran through my head, and I'm just hesitant, and I'm like, and I didn't know what to do, man. I didn't know what to do, man, but I was paralyzed by fear, man. Paralyzed by fear. Paralyzed by fear, man. I replayed that moment over in my bit, man, doing them 33 years a million times, man. Man, Banky, you should have ran. Man, them old cats couldn't even shoot you. Man, their aim ain't that good. Man, you would have made it to the parking lot. Man, you could have got to the parking lot, told somebody, man, give me a ride, jump in, give me a gun, man. Anything. I mean, I just played over every scenario, man, and it was just an opportunity that was just blown, but it was right there in front of me. And then the next thing you know, she popped back around the corner with the water. And she come on, she said, you all right? I said, yeah. She said, look at it, they be sleeping all the time. And she said, come on, let's go upstairs. Go back upstairs, man, finish the interview. Come back downstairs about an hour, 2 hours later. And they up, you know, talking and joking and laughing. I come downstairs. They cuff me back up, man, and take me on back to the jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I was so mad, man. I couldn't sleep. And I just kept on kicking myself, say, man, I could have been gone, man. I could have been on the run somewhere, you know, wherever, man. But yeah, man, when you do 33 years straight and you think back to those moments and say, man, I could have. You know what I'm saying? But it was dangerous, man. It was really, really dangerous, man. And I was froze, paralyzed with fear. Yeah, man, I was paralyzed with fear, man. I did not want to be shot in the back, man. I did not want my mom, you know, mama parent to say, oh, get that call saying, you know, I tried to escape or something. They shot me in the back and killed me. Because there's no doubt in my mind they could not chase me. They was not in shape enough to chase me. So I knew, without a doubt, they was going to shoot me. And it was just so much ground to cover before I could get to covers, before I could get to the cars and be able to be, you know, dip and dodge or whatever. And, man, that moment of hesitation, man, cost me, man. So I just remembered that over the years and thought about it and replayed it in my head about what I could have, should have, would have, you know. It's over. The moment had passed, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, but I can remember the other situation I had like that, the other opportunity that I had. And this is what's so crazy, because when you think about it in your mind and all the times I had replayed that and saying what I should have did, and now you're in another opportunity. So it's like you would know what to do. Because, you know, you were scared, you would know what to do. That's what it seems like. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say a lot of people say, oh, man, I would have did this. I would have did. You wouldn't have did nothing. A bunch of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you would say what you would do when you're looking at a situation because you're not in that situation. You understand? It's different to be in a situation than to be viewing a situation. So the other situation was, remember when I told y'all about the scar on my hand when I got to fighting with the dude and his teeth was in my hand and it messed my hand up. And I had to have surgery, you know what I'm saying? The first surgery that I had to have in prison. So I had to have surgery on my hand, you know, because my hand was really, really messed up. So they took me to have the surgery, right? And man, I'm not even gonna hold you, man. Just like I told y'all these sheriffs these deputy sheriffs, now I'm in prison and I'm at Augusta, right? Now the two dudes that take me, I go to the same place, University of Virginia, right, to have the surgery by, you know, these surgeons, right? So when I go there, I went to University of Virginia for rehab after I had the surgery. But when I went to have the surgery, I went to have the surgery at MCV, right, in Richmond. So I go to have the surgery at MCV in Richmond. Never had surgery before, so I'm nervous, pervous, just that and the third. Same thing. They got me cuffed up, black box on, shackles, and they push you in a wheelchair so you won't have to walk, right? So the two dudes, the COs that's taking me to have this surgery, I kid you not, man, over 50, overweight, and it's no doubt in my mind that without the cuffs, I could whoop both of these dudes by myself simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But they got guns on them too, though. But I'm looking at them and I'm like, and I know them throughout the compound from being on. I done been on the compound there for a minute, so I know these officers, and I'm like, they ain't got nothing coming. But when you go on transportation like that, they pick officers that they pay them extra money. So whoever signed up for it, they can get the job, but they signed up for it because they want that extra money. I think they get like time and a half or whatever the case may be. So the two officers is taking me, man. Like I told you, this is the description of them. So, man, the first thing that pops in my mind is back when I was, in the jail and the situation happened with the deputies, man. I'm like, man, these two old cats taking me, man, if the opportunity comes, man, woo, 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 I'm going to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got life sentences I'm looking at. So, I can remember, but my hand is messed up, really, really messed up. So, when they take me, I actually had, yes, this is the surgery. So when they take me to have the surgery, right, and I get the surgery, and I never had surgery before, so they put me on the Amazon, and I came out, when I came to, my hand is wrapped up and got all of the stuff on it. And I could feel pain, but not excruciating, whatever the word is. Y'all know what I'm saying. Excruciating pain, like I was feeling when it first happened. So, but it's wrapped up and everything. They say the surgery went well, this, that, and the third. They got it wrapped up, then they got a cast on it and all of this and all of that, right? So, they bring me ginger ale. I'm drinking ginger ale and all of this and all of that. Then I'm chained to the bed. You know what I'm saying? When I come to, I just got the one arm loose and whatnot. They can't chain this arm no more because they got a cast on, right? So when they do that and everything, then they getting all the paperwork and everything straight, and we supposed to leave. So when we supposed to leave, you understand me? At this time, I got on some Super Timberlands. Shout out to everybody who know what them Super Timberlands is. I had the Super Tims on. Because at this time, when I first went to prison, you get your people to order your stuff from the streets, this, that, and the third, and I had some Super Tims, right? Because it be getting cold up there in the mountains. They be having snow. They be calf deep. So I had got my people to order me some Super Tims. So I had some Super Tims for the wintertime. So they let me wear the Super Tims on the transportation, which they, later stopped all that. You got to wear what they tell you to wear. But I had the Super Tims on, the jumpsuit on. But they're supposed to make you wear the little, state shoes, which ain't nothing but some, some cushion and some cloth that you basically walking on the ground, right? But I had on Super Tims, so that means they had to put the ankle bracelets on way up almost to my calves to get over the Tims, so they really, really loose. You know what I'm saying? So when we get ready to leave, they don't really want to put the ankle braces on because they got to go through all much lifting pants, they go all over top. So they just put me in a wheelchair, right? So when they put me in a wheelchair, they can't cuff my hands because I got a cast on this hand. So I'm actually in the wheelchair with no ankle bracelets on and no handcuffs on. I got a handcuff on this joint and it's handcuffed to my belt loop, which is more or less like what they call them things that them nurses and all of them people wear. I don't know, we call them smocks, but they call something else. Scrubs. You know, basically scrubs. So you can pop that, you know what I'm saying? But this arm is messed up. It just had surgery on it. So I just got one arm handcuffed to some scrubs belt loop, right? No joints on my feet. And they put me in a wheelchair and they wheeling me out. And they tell me, they call me, they say, look, you ain't gonna cause no trouble. Is you all right? You know, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Man, them people wheeling me through that hospital and they wheel me out to the front and they get me out to the front and I get out to the front and we go out the door and now the officer is two officers. Now one of them got to go around the side to get the van. Now I'm sitting here in this chair in front of the hospital, no shackles on, one handcuff to a belt loop that I could definitely pop. And the free world is right there. And I got this one officer that's beside me and he's really not paying attention. He's talking and, you know, socializing. And he's every bit of pushing 60, a white guy, probably 90 pounds overweight. Man, I sit there and I looked around, man, and I looked at the free world, man, and the first thing that came to my mind was back then when I had the opportunity and I said, man, I could get up and even with my hand messed up, I could pop this and I could literally knock him out with the left hook. Boom! And just take off running. You know what I'm saying? Because the other dude is gone. And man, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. At that moment of truth, the fear of getting shot, the fear of, okay, boom, you hit him and he don't, I know I can knock him out. But if you don't, or if he do, and he fall, and he get up and he shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Or the other dude come back around the corner with the van at the same time and pop out and shoot you. You know what I'm saying? The fear of that bullet is just like the fear of that Bethlehem, man. Don't nobody want that smoke with them bullets in that Bethlehem, man. And that's all thing. And then I'm in Richmond and I don't even know where I'm running to. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if they, boom, get on the phone and call the police and the police gonna swarm the area. Whether the police see me running, they gonna shoot me. I got a messed up hand. It just was just overthinking it that much alone allowed too much time to pass. You understand? And when it allowed too much time to pass, the moment had passed. And I felt like I blew it. But it, you know, when you look back at it over, you know, when it's over, then you say, man, I could have got away, man. You know, and I felt like I could have, but I felt like I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to. And I know this may sound crazy under the situation that I was in. I didn't want to hurt the old guy, man. I didn't even want to hit him. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like if I didn't hit him to incapacitate him, if I just get up and start running, he was going to shoot me in the back. See what I'm saying? So I felt like I had to hit him to make the move, and I didn't want to hit him because I had knew him from the comp, and he won't no dirty dude. He won't one of the many of the racists that was up there. He was making a living, man. So it just put me in a messed up situation. But it was an opportunity. But it was blowed, man. It was blowed. Yeah, I was scared, man. It ain't no other name for it. I was scared and I was undecisive, and that caused the moment to pass, man. And next thing you know, here come old boy driving around the corner and pop right up in front of the joint, and they come over there and he get out and come over there and lift my pants. They said, we got to put the shackles on you now, man, because we can't take you back to prison without them shackles on. So they put the shackles on, you know what I'm saying? They put the thing around my waist and just handcuffed the one arm to that, and this arm was still free, but it was had the cast on. So the whole time I'm just sitting there while they doing all this, just just cussing myself out like, man, you better not even whine or cry or even think about being locked up, because you just could have got away. You could have got away. And that's all I thought about on this long hour, 3-4 hour drive back to the prison. And I know I'm going back in here and getting locked back in and going through all this flammery and skullduggery and larceny and violence and craziness that I have to deal with every day when I just had the opportunity and I didn't even take it. I didn't even take it, man. And I don't know, man. I overthought the situation or whatever. But, you know, I look back too, man, and I say things happen the way God wanted to happen, man. You know, if I would have tried to run, man, maybe I would have got shot. Maybe I would have got killed. Maybe I wouldn't even be here. Maybe it wouldn't be no TBP. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I do know I had those two, you know, opportunities, man, that I replayed in my mind for years and years and decades. And always with the what if, you know what I'm saying? What if I would have did it? What if I would have got away? Then what would I would have did? Where could I would have went with it? But, you know, it's just too much, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, so like I say, man, things are easier, you know, looked at and people will easily say what they will do unless they are in that position. Because you don't know what you would do unless you are in that position. It's just like these prison stories that I tell y'all, and I say, oh, I would have did this, or I would have stabbed him. It's not that easy, man. It's really not. It's not that easy, man. It's not that easy to pick that Bethlehem up and just go at somebody, and especially knowing that they're not going to just let you do nothing to them. They could be ready for you. They could be prepared for you, and then they pull something out, and then you in a duel, or if you just go with somebody and they don't got nothing, but they're capable or possibly can take that from you and take your life. So it's not as easy as it sounds, man. There's a lot of components that go into actuality instead of, you know, virtual reality or what I would have did or this what I would have did. Man, it don't work like that. Trust me, it don't work like that. Because it ain't nobody can tell me that I wanted to do 33 years, and if I had an opportunity or if I could have got away or would have sure thing that I wouldn't have took it because I didn't want to do that time. Who does? Who want to do all that time? I didn't want to do it, but I had no choice. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew what the consequences was for trying to, you know, get out on my own or trying to escape. You know, the consequences could be death. So death overruled, you know, having to do that time. You know what I'm saying? This is what keeps people in place, man. The fear of certain things and the fear of death is what keeps people alive. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't fear death, then certainly you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely going to die either now or soon after, because you're going to put yourself in a position where you're not fearing death, and death is going to be on the table, and death is going to knock on your door. So, you know, so I don't know, man. I don't know what would have happened, but I do know what did happen. And what did happen was I froze. You know what I'm saying? I froze, and you know, maybe it worked out for the better, man, because I'm out here now and I ain't got to be running, dipping, dodging, and hiding. And probably that would have been my life had I escaped. But yeah, man. But it was crazy, man. Those two situations popped up in my head, man. But yeah, those was opportunities that I had that I know for sure that I actually had. I could have made my move, but I was uncertain of what their move would have been in response to my move. And that's why I did. You know what I'm saying? But wanted to share that with y'all, just like everything else. TBP, man, I hope y'all appreciate that. Let me know in the comments, and I know y'all gonna come. I would have ran. I would have. Yeah. That's retrospect, man. You know, I maybe I should have, but maybe I'd have been dead. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think, or you know, and I ain't tripping. You can tell me what you think you would have did. I don't know. I'm telling you what I did do. But, you know, y'all let me know in the comments, man. And I appreciate y'all taking your time out to listen to me, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe this, man. And I appreciate the love, man. I see y'all in about 24 hours, man. We out here, man. And we ain't running from nobody. Y'all be safe, be smart, and make good decisions, man. And boom, 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 boom. Duck them hooks, man. And if you run, you better be sure you can get away, man, because you don't want that bullet in the back. Boom.
The banking special. Yeah. Pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality. You know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.